I've been watching so much. I've been reading so much AI stuff. I'm reading all the fucking stuff about AI and deepfake music, deepfake art, and everything. And I'm in these discords, and I just feel so embarrassing to admit, but I was on Pornhub, dude. I was on regular as normal website, and there was an ad. There's an ad on every video for this. So I know other people must be clicking it because it's on every video for deepfake thing. And then I click it, and I'm in this rabbit hole. And at 2 a.m., I don't know. I got morbidly curious, and I click something, and it's just it's gross. It's gross, and I'm sorry. I really am. I really am. It's not. I don't know. It's so embarrassing. So embarrassing. But I just really want to get across. It's not like a pattern of behavior, and I don't know what I want to say or not, but
I'm not sure she wants to say anything. That's Twitch streamer Atrioc, and he was there confessing, apologizing for how he was discovered to have been watching deep fake sexual content, which features other Twitch streamers, and they of course had no idea that their images or faces were being used in this manner on this site, and people discovered it, and then he had to say something he just generally doesn't do. Let's look at some details, because on Monday, again, his name is Brandon Ewing is his real name. He goes by Atrioc online, and he admitted to buying and watching deepfakes from this account that makes non-consensual, sexually explicit AI-generated videos of his colleagues in that same streaming world. So in that live stream Monday, he inadvertently showed browser videos or windows that were open to a website that hosts non-consensual, these same types of images. And that window showed that he was viewing images on the account of someone who specialized in making these deep fakes of popular streamers. And viewers of that stream caught that leak, screenshotted the site, shared the site, and images and names of the women who were also deep faked on it. So that's what led to him finally being busted. And then his confession, and he, in part of that confession, said that it was morbid curiosity, and that his watching of this non-consensual porn is not a pattern of behavior. His wife that was there in the back, she sat in the background, as you saw. She was crying a little bit, and I'm not sure if she said anything, but probably didn't want to in this particular case. So some folks weren't sure what to make of it. They're like, yo, it's AI, it's not real, who cares? It's just someone's face that I don't know, and then they are put in these particular positions, and it's bought, sold, and spread all over the internet in these certain circles that this particular guy found, and I guess he assumed everyone else was finding it too. We know how deep fakes are. It's one of those things that's gonna get further and further, I think, perfected, looking as real as possible. That might be one of the problems, you guys. Or maybe that folks didn't want their images in this type of setting. Let's go to QT Cinderella, because her face was one of them that was put on there, and she might be able to explain why this is such a big problem. Watch.
If you are able to look at women who are not selling themselves or benefiting off of being seen sexually, they're not benefiting, they're not selling it, they're not platforming it themselves. If you are able to look at that, you are the problem. You see women as an object. You should not be okay doing that. And it should not be a part of my job to have to pay money to get this stuff taken down. It should not be part of my job to be harassed, to see pictures of me nude spread around. It should not be something that is found on the internet. It shouldn't be. That shouldn't be a part of my job. And the fact that it is exhausting. And the person that made that website, I'm going to sue you. I promise you. With every part of my soul, I'm going to sue you. That's all I have to say.
I wish her well, Annette. And the worst part about this is there's probably many more. Pokimane, another one of these streamers, also responded. Of course, as you can tell, these are women consistently that are seen on these sites. She wrote, "Stop sexualizing people without their consent." That's it. That's the tweet. Also, Sweet Anita said this. This is another big point about this. She says, "This story is how I found out that I'm on this website." She wrote, "I literally choose to pass up millions by not going into sex work, and some random Cheeto encrusted porn addict solicits my body without my consent instead. Don't know whether to cry, break stuff, or laugh at this point." Again, this is part of maybe folks want more control over women's bodies. It kind of transcends all kinds of levels here. We go from the legislative level with folks in their reproductive rights to then women just as they want to see whoever they want sexually, so they create it. And they go, what's the big deal? She's not really there. And then you make money off of this when she's chosen not to do that because she didn't want to. She understands that she can and doesn't want to. Again, taking her choice away from her, but they don't really see it that way. Apparently this guy scrubbed his entire existence from the internet, Jeff. I don't know if the comeback is coming after this whole thing settles down, is what he's thinking, but he may have to go into the kind of work that stops this stuff from happening for him to get any kind of, acceptance.
Well, yeah, part of me, I'm not gonna make fun of Atrioc, but when I first read these articles, I noted in my mind, like, you got caught after the first time? Did you really? Like just one time? Okay. I'm glad he has someone in his life that's going to support him through this, even if he were to make a mistake or a poor lapse in judgment, whatever the case.
Curiosity, okay. They go.
Curiosity, yes. It's just weird because like a lot of these people that he was watching were his colleagues. And I think the biggest part of this is the disrespect of sex work and what it entails. Again, Sweet Anita said that she's passed up millions in order to avoid that. She would likely get more public backlash if she were to make the millions that she deserves, as opposed to somebody who's using her face, making fake AI generated material with her. It's gross. Like this is actually very scary when it comes to how well AI generated things and other technology is being used in this world. Like she could make millions off of her own body and image, but somebody decided for her that they're going to make money off of her, and that's really gross and tragic.
Yeah, it's the point needs to be said again. She can do it, and then someone else decided to instead. And we think this. I mean, not everyone. I'm sure there's people, folks on the right side of this, but so many folks think that that's just okay. And if she did, as you said, Jeff, bro, they'd be all over it. Like, this nasty, disgusting whore, as they pay the money to go look at it.
Absolutely.
Age old. So, I mean, as we've seen in many instances, justice came from internet versus anything else. So it's the source and also the remedy, I guess, to a degree. It's only gonna get worse. I don't like what the future looks like as far as internet things like this.